Hello, 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 and good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Happy Monday. And Jam, first of all, I didn't know you were still streaming. So thank you for the raid. Let me gather myself. Because I don't see my game. So let me first get that on the screen and then we will get started. But good morning, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling? We are 12 days into the new year. I hope it has been good to all of you, or at the very least, not bad. At the very least. Okay, you should be seeing my game now. I didn't get to go to my island, so let me do that so I can gather some cocoa beans while I scroll up and see who all's is here. I think Flower Loki, you were first, so if you were still here, you can definitely go ahead and claim your first spot with the command exclamation point first. Congrats to you. Well, I'm just getting my buddies here, and then I'm gonna scroll and say hello and good morning and do all the things. Okay, I have my tea, I have my things. Okay, let's see who's here this morning. Yes, Flower Loki, you were first. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and claim your first command, claim your spot, you could go ahead and do that. And for anyone who has never been here, we do have some kind of ritualistic commands that you can claim in as you that you can claim as you come into the stream. You do earn in stream currency, sugar cubes. So yes, you can go ahead and check your balances and do all the things while I say hello. Good morning, Sarah from NC. Good morning, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Sis Six. Happy Monday. How are you? Deb coming in with the raid. I haven't seen you in a while, Deb. How are you? How have you been? Zara, how are you? Piglet, Varda, Keto. Did did your thing work? Why didn't Keto's work? Okay, I don't know if it's because she came with the raid. We'll check that out. Let me add Keto to my list of troubleshooting today. But hi, Keto, how are you? Decorista, how are you? Okay, Decorista's worked. All right, Streamlabs. But hello, good morning. How are you? Who else? Jam herself. I don't know if you're still here because you may need to go to all the after stream self-care things. But if you are still here, Jam, thank you for trusting me with your community, bringing them here. How was stream this morning? How were you this morning? Let's see. We got Sis Six saying hello to Decorista. Hold on. Oh, I lost my spot. Okay. Oh, thank you, Decorista. I worked with an amazing artist. I actually realized I've never said her name out loud, so I don't want to mispronounce it. However, all of the details, the link and everything to work with her is in the description box for the stream. So all of my on-screen stuff, my PNG tuber, all of that came from that artist and they are phenomenal. So I'm happy to hear you like it. I will pass that feedback along because, you know, especially as a small business owner, all feedback is good feedback. So thank you. Oh, Dark Angel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for adding your name to the Parlor Ledger. Welcome, welcome. I hope you like it here and I hope you stay. Robert, good morning. How are you? How is your Monday going? Sarah, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that as well. All right, let's see. I think I got everyone. Let's keep going. Yes, check out all of the menus and the things. So we have Corgi sitting at the top spot now at 1,485 sugar cubes. Then we have Cozy Crest Plays, and then myself. We have Dom, Jaffs, Tiger Lily, Flower Loki. You are in the top 10. New, Topher, and Brandy closing it out at the top 10. Sarah, enjoy your work, Lurk. I'm just happy to have you hanging out here and starting your week with me. Sissix, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. How's the weather? How are you feeling physically? I know you've been in and out unwell, so how are you feeling? Deb, things have been crazy. Too much to do and not enough time in the day. Yep, that sounds about right. Okay, so you've just been lurking a lot. Cool, cool, cool. That tracks. I sometimes I go through that as well. So I get that. Thank you, my little Danbury. Yes, so it's the same artist that did all of these assets. And I'm absolutely obsessed with her. I actually sometimes leave it open when I'm just working on my laptop. So no OBS, no stream, no anything. Just her in the corner picking up the sound of my voice. It just feels like a little assistant. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the OG. My millennials and older, wow, will recognize, but it reminds me of the Microsoft paperclip when I see her in the corner of my screen. So I enjoy her as well. Faith, welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you are making dinner, Varda. What's for dinner? How am I, Faith? I am doing well. It was a little touch and go this morning. All my children, I mean, I have two, but they all decided to be up very early this morning. And I was not prepared for that because my mornings are precious to me. And when I'm able to have them to myself, I'm very protective of that. And yet they were all up and like wide awake, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So that threw me off. But otherwise, I am well. I am happy to be here. I'm happy to be finishing my Valley Teardown. So excited. So that is what we are going to be finishing today. I'm only standing here because I was letting Peppy and Pua do their thing, collect the festive cocoa beans, but that is what we're jumping into. Varda lasagna. So lasagna is one of my top 5 favorite foods, probably top 3 easily, like go to comfort food. Ever since I was a child, I lasagna, and it doesn't really matter what kind, whether it's a meat lasagna or vegetarian lasagna, as long as it's well done. I love a good lasagna. So enjoy for me. Corgi, hello. I was like, oh, Corgi, I have to get a link for you. I was yesterday years old when I found out you had a channel and you have some really dope videos. Your most recent one being tips on getting villagers to sit down, which I'm sure everyone can use. So Corgi, I did not know that, and now I know. So I gotta get a link for you. But yes, Corgi is one of the other amazing creators in the chat. We have Jam, obviously, who rated us. We have Keto, we have Decorista, now we have Corgi. Welcome to the party. Ooh, you make a mean lasagna, Faith. I know I liked you for a reason. I felt it. I felt it. Wait, is it not you, Corgi? Is there another Corgi? Is there another Corgi? Because I don't like that. It's not you? Wait. Okay, well, there's a Corgi. That makes, I was scrolling DDB on YouTube yesterday, and I came across a channel that had some tips on getting villagers to sit down, and their name was Corgi something something. Okay, I need to see the name. Okay, misinformation, everyone. I thought that was you, Corgi. Wow, I just learned something new. There's more than one Corgi on these YouTube streets. My bad. But I am still happy to see you all the same, Corgi. Scarlett, hello. Welcome in. Let me double check because it was also the middle of the night. So I just saw Corgi and assumed it was you. So there's also that. So glad I was at least giving them a compliment and not, speaking disparagingly of them. What was their username? But you are the only corgi that is in my heart, corgi. But no, seriously. Oh, okay. Their handle was corgi. Help me. That is not you. That is not you, dearest. But good morning. Can you guys tell I'm having a bit of a morning? Okay, so we're gonna get out of here. I did finish feeding the rabbit, so I got the hat, which I am sporting this morning. I did get the chocolate fountain, so I don't think I have anything else to do up here besides literally come get festive cocos. So now we are going to skedaddle. How are you doing this morning, Miss Scarlett? I know it's not often you can catch my stream. Another amazing creator in the parlor. And yes, yay, your Twitch link worked. Wonderful. So happy to see you. How are you doing this morning? Are you off today? Or are you working? There are a lot of faiths because I know at least two other ones that are not you. No, I know three that are not you. So that name I know is quite common. Um, but no, okay. We are doing the Valley Teardown, so I also don't need it so loud and bombastic on the screen. Why won't it go away though? Why won't it leave? What are we doing? Is it just stuck there? Alright, I guess it's stuck there. In case you were unsure what we're doing today, it is our 2026 Valley Teardown. I will be switching to the larger screen shortly though. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I can't figure out how to get that down. So, for those of you who missed our last stream, part one of the stream, first stream of the new year, we tore down 75% of the valley. So, off stream, I did do the cleanup and everything because I had to cut stream short. So I will show you guys. I think it might be easier. Well, I guess I'll walk through because I can. So I just kind of gathered all the buildings back here. For the first time ever, I gathered all of my plaza flowers. So that's literally all that's left of the plaza. Like I can see how many squirrels are here today. Break it up, guys. I'm gonna switch to I also already went to my Wish Blossom Scrooge, and all he had for me was disappointment. So no need to show that. Then we're gonna go down here into the meadow. Hello, Nicole. How are you? Cassie, how are you? First time catching a stream. I am so glad. That makes me happy. How are you? Happy Monday. Nicole, happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? All right, I am just walking everyone through what we cleared out last stream. So meadow, I don't know how. So it irks my entire being that there are places where, okay, that's not a good example. Wonderful. There are places where like oregano, mint, basil, those things will still spawn, even though I can't necessarily put pathing in those places. This is a good example. Like this can't go any higher for some reason. I don't need any more basil, mint, oregano, mint, or vanilla. And yet, look at that, another one. I don't need any more. They drive me crazy. Pathing can't go in those areas. However, I was able to get them to stop spawning. That's so interesting. It can go under that rock, but I can't get something here. Oh, I was able to get them to stop spawning because even though I couldn't get pathing in certain corners, I could get a tree or some type of foliage in those corners. So yeah, I have been just kind of seeing those little random things spawn. A bunny. Clearly no moonstone chest here. All right, we're gonna make our way down to the beach. I didn't pave the beach because I don't mind just seeing the sand. Um, and like the shells and things, although I could do without these, but it's fine. And then I keep Max with me. I just realized maybe a couple of days ago that Max not only digs, but he can now pick up the shards. He did not do that before. So I used to always have him with R2 or Hey Hey most recently, because he cannot pick up the night shards and the dream shards, and now he can, which comes in very handy. All right, who do we have? Topper! Hi, how are you? Good morning. Happy Monday. And I'm not ending, so you came in at the perfect time. How are you, my dearest? Cassie, oh, what did you say? My kids just went back to school after 3 weeks off school. The alarm this morning was brutal. Yeah, I can absolutely understand that because when there's no school, I keep about 6 alarms total for wake ups and drop offs and pickups, and whether it's like an early dismissal, after school thing, whatever. The way I turn those alarms off so fast. So I can imagine. Ooh, Corgi, what tea did you get this morning? Oh, you got a peppermint cocoa. Are you getting a treat to go with your cocoa today, Corgi? And everyone, you can use your sugar cubes. So if you do not know how to check your sugar balance, you would do exclamation point sugar, and then you can use them to redeem some of our smaller or larger, if you can afford it, um, redemptions here in the stream. Just a little fun, keep things alive, if you will. I am doing well, Nicole. I'm glad to hear you were doing good. I was saying earlier, my girls woke up much earlier than expected. I think I might have 2 moonstone chests. But even if I don't, I'm gonna do the walk around so you guys can see again everything that we flattened on Friday, and then we're gonna jump right into the 2 remaining bios. But yeah, my girls woke up a little earlier than expected this morning, so that kind of threw me off. But otherwise, I am doing well. And today's a bit of an experiment. It is obviously a school day, but we're going to see how successful I am at having a morning stream when school is in session. So we're just gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how long it goes. No promises, but we'll see. Let's see. So yes, that is my. Why did it jump me to the top of stream? The top of the chat. Okay, there we go. You do need a treat to go with your cocoa, Corgi. So you would just, let's see. Oh yeah, you know the command. You're not new here. You are not new here. Nicole with 330 sugar cubes. Peppermint bark to go with your peppermint cocoa. I love that for you, Corgi. Love that combination for you. Good morning, Dom. How are you? I love peppermint. And so Flower Loki, I think Corgi is winning. Yeah, I think that is a sign. Good morning, Dom. How are you today? Are you home? Are you working? And how are you feeling? I don't know if Jam is still here, guys. I think Jam is doing all of her after stream care things, which she should be doing. Please and thank you. All right, let's see. But yeah, no, yes, it is a test, Nicole, but I am just naturally a morning person. And having done both, so back to back, the evening stream Friday and then this morning stream today, I do have a fondness for both. But if I had to pick, I still like just prefer the mornings just because I prefer mornings in general. Oh, you are still here. Okay. I'm just lurking and working. Enjoy your work, Lurk, but I also hope you get to like rest. I hope you've decompressed a little bit. Enjoy your work, Lurk, as well, Faith. I am happy you were able to pop in. So this is where, since my orchard was already here, I just pulled up the bananas and the, what is that? The cocoa beans that were on the beach. I just brought them up here. I'm gonna let Max do his thing with that. I did not mean to spin the camera that fast, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Corgi, you are at the #1 spot. I don't know if you saw that earlier, but yep, you dethroned Crest after your duel last stream. So congrats to that. I wonder if Crest will come in. Well, Crest is working, so you might be in luck. So yeah, I pulled up since my orchard was here. I also brought up all the stalls, Moana's fishboat, the greenhouse, the dreamlight trees, the dreamlight fruit trees. Yeah, that's what they're called. My house didn't move. I just put the wall closer. So this is the most crowded biome from the ones that have been flattened, and then all of stalls here. And I only had 4, 5. Okay, let's see. I didn't have many villagers living here. I can remember the number. So fairy godmother, Lynn, Remy, Elsa because she's in a cave, Scrooge because he lives in his store. So what is that? 1, 2, that's 5. Jack makes 6. So yeah, I only had 6 villagers living here. My aim is to get that down to, oh, and Mother Gothel, I guess. So 7. Oh, and Peter, 8. Nope, there's 10. Moana and Maui. Wow. So I only had 10 villagers living here, but that should tell you how little attention I pay to all of them. But my goal is to get it down to the ones that I can't remove. So Gothel, Scrooge, and Elsa, simply because their homes are either part of the valley, and or like Scrooge, he lives in his place of business. So unfortunate for him. My goal is with the next iteration of my valley to have 0 villager homes and just live here by myself. We have 3 maps. Well, I have 3 maps. I have 3 maps. Can I close this one? I have 3 maps, 11 islands. They don't need to live with me. They can live in any one of those places. And so that is what we are striving for with the next version of my valley, whenever that comes to be. Let's see. Let's make sure I didn't miss anyone. I wish I could stream earlier, but I do. Yeah, I mean, we work around our lifestyles, whether it's family, whether it's work, whatever it is. I'm also a big believer in just kind of listening to my body. So for example, it was between streaming last night or this morning, and I chose this morning because last night I just didn't have it in me. I had dinner with the family and just kind of went to chill on my iPad and plan out my month and do pretty planner spreads. That's what I had in me, so I chose this morning. So it's definitely about working with what you got. Yeah, everyone stretch. You're just getting up, Dom, but you're about to get ready for work. Well, I hope you have a good day at work. Scarlett, such a sister. Yep, go ahead, laugh at her because she's at work. Let's see who was third. If that person could dethrone her second spot, if she's, oh, it's me. I use my cubes nearly every stream, so I will never be taking that spot. Oh yes, everyone's saying hello and plotting on the fact that Cress is not here. All right, so this is everything that I accomplished. Let me say we accomplished because you guys gave me company. Actually, while I'm passing here, let me grab some things from Mr. Kristoff. I haven't gone to my Wish Blossom Ranch stalls yet, but I'll probably save that to after stream or even off stream. So now today, we are going to wrap it all up. I also got rid of all the houses, and I'll just place the decorated ones back in. So all of my fully decorated premium shop houses, I'll put them back in just after we're done. Because while I was cleaning, houses were in my way. So yeah, we're gonna get this started and just go right into, I got the volume up so you can hear all the fun sound effects of us getting rid of everything. I'm gonna leave these 2 here because I'm gonna need to keep a cooking station and a crafting station anyway. So yeah, time to go. This is so satisfying. Has anyone else contemplated deleting their valley this year? I need to know who else. So far, you have 570 sugar cubes. Let's see there. Okay. Hold on. All right. I was making sure I didn't miss anything else. So, completely unrelated to anything DDV. I, in recent years, just really got back into watching TV and movies, new TV and movies. I am a chronic rewatcher. But I want to say in the past year or two, I've really been in between my rewatches exploring new TV, specifically new TV. And I have two go-to genres. Um, Period pieces. So obviously, you know, your Bridgertons, Gilded Age, Downton Abbey. Also, even on the, you know, more action side, so like Vikings and Last Kingdom and Peaky Blinders. But my other go-to is like thrillers, psychological thrillers, especially if they're an adaptation. So I just finished the most recent Netflix adaptation of Harlan. Oh, I can't remember his last name. He's an author. His most recent adaptation on Netflix. So they do a lot of projects together. Runaway. If you had it on your list to watch, bump it up. It was so good. I watched it actually immediately after our last stream. While I was cleaning up, that's what I watched and finished the whole series. It was so good. I've watched all of his adaptations on Netflix. I think this one's my favorite. So again, if you had it on your list, if that is your type of thing, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. It was so, so good. The casting, the story, the plot twists, all of it. So just wanted to share that little recommendation with the parlor. Um, Corey, well, it is early morning, so it might be easier for you to stay awake this time. The ASMR of it all on a Friday night at however late it was. I think you're on the East Coast. I know a good fair amount of you are either East Coast or UK. I can understand how that could put you to sleep. Let's see, but yeah, so that is my recommendation. Let's make sure Decorista 110 sugar cubes. You gotta keep chatting. Scarlet 315. Love, love, love Peaky Blinders. I actually screamed, like screamed, when I saw the first trailer preview, teaser, whatever they're calling it. I was scrolling threads. That is where I do a lot of thinking out loud. If you guys just ever want to know what I feel about a show or whatever, or a game or whatever. And that's also where I get a lot of my TV and movie news. And when I saw the movie teaser, I hollered. The entire house was so confused. They actually thought I re-hurt my foot. And I was fine, obviously. But that is how much I love Peaky Blinders and how excited I am for it to be coming back. I am usually not someone who's a big fan of movies after a show has ended, but this looks like it's going to be so good. It looks like it's going to be really done. Cillian Murphy can do no wrong in my book. And so I'm excited to see how this story continues. And I think there is a way that they can add more to the story without it being tacky or without it just ruining, you know, the sort of legacy that it was. So I am excited. Let's see. Gilded Age, so good. Very excited for the next season, Scarlet. I saw that it got renewed. I am so geeked to see those stories continue to get fleshed out because I left with a lot of questions. And not in a like they didn't do a good job at telling the story. I left with a lot of questions because they developed so many of the characters at a really good pace. I knew I had another Moonstone chest. I am just so invested. I need to know how all these relationships go, how all the plotting goes. I can't wait. Although we're probably going to be waiting half a decade. So there's that. So, but I'm glad we have good TV in the meantime. There's a lot of stuff coming out this month alone that I'm excited about. Obviously, Bridgerton. And we do have a new Bridgerton command. That one is a freebie. If you want to go ahead and try it, exclamation point Bridgerton. Go wild. Um, Nick and Dom are reunited and chatting. Welcome back, Sissix. Welcome back, Faith. I have not checked out Pluribus, Decorista. I watch a lot of Apple TV originals, so I see the teasers and the ads for it and whatnot. I don't get it. However, I will take your endorsement as enough of a reason for me to give it a try. Like I said, I have been doing a pretty good job. Oh, I need to delete all these. At trying new shows. At the very least, I give them like 2 episodes. Depending on the genre, I might even give it 3 because I know certain things are like slow to start sometimes, right? They got to build the story and what's not. I'll give it a gander. Won't hurt. Why? Oh, I don't know why I thought that was built in. Okay, there we go. So Pluribus, I'll add it to the list. Harlan Coben, thank you. Yeah, so I've watched all of his adaptations on Netflix. I think there might be like 6 or 7 or so. I just know I spent a weekend watching a bunch of them. And I think Runaway might be my favorite out of all of them. I am a sucker, first of all, for an accent. So that's also why I like a lot of these period dramas because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have an accent, and I am a sucker for an accent. Doesn't really matter where from. I have no preference. Love them all. This one was just really well done. I recognized some of the cast. I know one of the gentlemen, he's from Gangs of London. I think he did a great job here. We had another Harry Potter vet in there. Love when I see them still working. So I think it was a good balance of recognizable and non-recognizable actors as well. The casting I think was really done. So thank you for reminding me of the name. So if you're interested, just look him up on Netflix and you'll be able to see all his adaptations, by the way. All right, let me scroll up. Scarlett and Faith are chatting. Yeah, I don't know how you guys didn't see each other. Well, I don't know. Did you start lurking right as Scarlett came in? I don't think so, but maybe it's possible. It is possible. Let's see. Anya Taylor Joy. Have you seen The Queen's Gambit? No, I have not. I have heard good things about it. It is on my list. I just need to work my way towards it. Are you saying I should move it up? She was in what is it, Gorge? It's the Gorge, I think is what it's called on Apple TV. That's her, right? It's the same actress. Because I feel like the face was definitely recognizable. Should I move it up? Oh, I forgot that's the pillar. I don't know why I thought it was a tree with just water, which would have been dope. But should I move it up on my list? Is that what you're saying? Is that the one where she's a chess player? I think that's the one. I think I'm thinking of the right one. It is on there, but other things just keep coming out that grab my interest quicker. But I am happy to move it up because right now I am in between old and new. The only thing that I have immediately planned to watch next is His and Hers on Netflix. Oh, I didn't switch screens, guys. Hold on, let me make it to the larger screen. Topher also says it's so good. Okay, so I will bump it up. Can totally do that. We can make that happen. Oh, ooh, Just Jelly. Thank you for adding your name to the Parlor Ledger. Welcome in, and how are you? 1 cup of coffee is not enough today. Is it giving a 2 or 3 cup day, Faith? Move it up to okay. It is the same address. Okay, because I knew I'm not good with names, but I am good with faces. But I remember seeing the banner and watching the gorge and thinking, I know this girl. Okay. I will move it up. So I will put it right after His and Hers because I really want to see how Tessa and Punisher do. I don't know that man's real name. He's just Punisher, as far as I'm concerned. But just Jelly again. Welcome to the parlor. Happy to have you here. Feel free to lurk, but if you don't want to lurk, you do earn in-stream currency sugar cubes for chatting. Tanny, you got me. I know it's always so hard for you to catch a stream. How are you, Tanny? How are you feeling today? Okay, it's a mini series, easy to binge. Say less. Sounds like something I'll watch while the children are not sleeping, and they should be sleeping. All right, let's see. Everyone's saying hi to Tanny. Scarlett's getting her coffee. Lovely. Wow, so many ringing endorsements for Gambit. Okay, Queen Gambit, excuse me. All right, so I'll watch his and hers, and then I'll watch that immediately after, and then report back. You guys sold me. Like I said, I still, have a lot of my rewatches, like my go-to comfort shows, but I have been enjoying discovering new shows and some new movies, but mostly shows. I feel like we are in a very good time for television. Especially considering after the strikes and everything, the bounce back has been amazing. The creativity in terms of new scripts and stories, the casting, seeing all these new faces, old faces. I'm having a great time with TV. So I think I've been watching more new than old, actually. I want to say for at least the past 3 months or so. So yeah, I will absolutely watch it and report back, guys. Oh, all right. So I'm sold. Tanny sold. He had me helping him with drilling today. He moved his oh, you were doing some house projects, some DIY projects? I have to finally sit down and eat something. Please do. Why haven't you done that? Oh, well, I know you said you were working, but please, Jam, go eat. Turn me off. Unplug the Wi-Fi if you must. Do all the things. Go eat. Go take care of yourself. Thank you again, times a million. Oh, I wanted to say this while you were still here, but I'm deleting this, but I could say it. So last night, I was on the DDV wiki. You guys know I love a spreadsheet and everything. Corgi, I also did not forget about you. I'm working on making that spreadsheet public with all the houses. But I gathered all the universes and characters that we have and plotted out my main house. And that's what we're going to do with the remaining 13 floors. All characters and universes. And I'll walk you guys through that. But Jam, I wanted you to hear that because that is largely inspired by you. So I hope you heard that. Now go eat. Unplug everything. What I wouldn't give to be able to drink coffee sounds so good right now. Oh, Topher, you cannot drink coffee. Is that a health reason? Because relatable. So I had to give up cold coffee. Words are hard today. I had to give up coffee a couple of years ago, and that's actually what got me into tea and my love of tea. But I was able to reintroduce it not too long ago, and I stuck to just mostly decaf because I didn't need the caffeine. I actually just enjoy the taste of coffee. I don't need another chest. Cool. But I recently had to give it up again, and I think it might have to be forever. So I'm right there with you, Topher. So is it for health reasons or just a choice? Let's see. We love a DIY queen. We love a DIY queen. I love a DIY. So our home that we purchased, it wasn't a fixer upper, but it wasn't a new build. Somewhere in the middle, right? It's about my age. Do with that information what you will. So the previous owners did a really good job at like updating things and what's not. But we, wanted to come in and do our own things, put our own stamp on it. And I want to say we, by hand, and by we, I mean my husband. I had the vision. He is the muscle. Renovated, large renovations and big, large is big. And small renovations. I want to say about 80% of our house by hand. Love a DIY. Well, a well done DIY. I've seen some on the internet that maybe they should have called someone. But But there's nothing like kind of putting your own stamp on things in your own home and just kind of walking past it and saying, I did that. So love that for you, Tanny. Let's see. I'm sorry you can't join us. No, Topher, you can join me with tea and cocoa. It's awesome over here. Pocahontas is coming this year. Very excited. I actually almost forgot. Oh, and hi, Nicholas. How are you? Well, I don't know if I missed when you came in. Um, when I was tallying all the characters and universes, I did have to make accommodations for her, whoever we're getting from Hercules, and Lady and the Tramp. So I am excited to see how that's gonna look, if it's gonna be around, if she's just gonna show up. We'll see. But yeah, we're officially in the year of the roadmap. Lots of new things coming. Health reasons can't do caffeine. Yep. You are in good company, Topher. And by good company, I mean me. Let's see. Work lurk. Hi, Coco. How are you? Thank you for the hello and thank you for the lurk. I hope work is being good to you today. And I hope your week is off to a really good start. Now let's get these little details out the way. I always struggle with telling what's built in and what I put down when it comes to the foliage. So let me just come down to the ground for a little bit just to run my vacuum and then break some of these things. But we're pretty much, oh no, we're not pretty much done with the sunlit because there's that nook where Scar used to live. Ugh. Stream Elements, why are you here? I broke up with Stream Elements months ago. But thanks for thanking Jelly again. And you see, that's why I broke up with them. You see how long that took? Actually still has caffeine. Yeah, it's just a lower amount of caffeine, yeah. So I was able to do decaf for a while and now I just can't do any of it. So I have become a tea fanatic as a result, and I love that because I have enjoyed, actually let me do this first. I have enjoyed discovering new tea blends, new loose leaf tea blends specifically. My goal is in the spring to, we started, but I didn't do a very good job. So to restart my own herbal tea garden, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I have the books and everything, so ready. Yes, it's decaf, as in like I guess decreased caffeine. I guess that's what it stands for. I'm not actually sure. So it's not no caffeine. It is traces of caffeine still in there. So if you have a high caffeine sensitivity for whatever reason, yeah, even decaf is going to be a no-go. So, little fun fact for you, Scarlett. And so that's why I was doing good until I wasn't, because the decaf still had enough to over time still affect me. And so here we are with no coffee. Oh, yay. Decaf is more, I realize though, it's more for like, if you enjoy the taste of coffee and you like want to have it at night though and not be wired, for example. That's what I kind of feel like decaf is for. Like just an example. You don't want to be wired, but you do enjoy the taste of coffee. You do want to have a little latte or whatever before bed for whatever reason. Do I have a favorite shop to offer loosely to order loose? Wow, why are words so hard? Oh my gosh. So there are a few brands that I used to order from. They were like small businesses. Unfortunately, they did not survive the pandemic, which made me really, really sad. So right now, hold on, let me get my orders. My go-to loose leaf brand has been Dave and cheese, whatever the big box one. That has been my go-to. But I used to get a lot of them also from this small shop. She's actually still around. Organic Olivia. What I loved about hers was that they were very curated for their health benefits as well. So yeah, I believe that shop name is Organic Olivia, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the other one is the David and something tea at the moment. So I like finding smaller shops to get my teas from. And unfortunately, a lot of my faves did not make it through the pandemic, which makes me sad. I hope they're able to come back. Do you have any favorites, Corgi? Welcome back, fave. Right. I'm worried if I have coffee after 12, so I did, well, then you would drink decaf. If you're just like, I want a taste of coffee. Ooh, I will check them out. Plum Deluxe out of that's Oregon, right? Okay, I will check them out. I didn't drink coffee for a few months, and I had one last week, and I felt jittery for the. Really, Cassie? So you know what's funny? Even when I went a while without drinking coffee, and then I had it again, it was like not missing a beat. I am actually the opposite. When I stopped drinking coffee, I had headaches for like a week, like withdrawal headaches. And it was kind of disturbing. I was like, oh, okay, well that's interesting. But no, like caffeine doesn't actually affect me, at least not to that degree, I guess I should say. Okay, I just wanted to get some of these things off the ground. And then we're gonna go back in furniture mode. Caffeine doesn't keep me awake. It has to pee frequent. Yes, it does make me use the bathroom. That was one thing I did have with coffee. Um, the D means nothing. Fair enough, Scarlett. No judgment. Faith, trust me, I did not quit by choice. Um, it was not a choice I made of my own accord. It was, I don't want to say forced upon me, but the alternative was just be sick. So it kind of seemed like a no-brainer. All right, let's get back in here. Look at that item count. So if you guys weren't here on Friday, let me just go ahead and replace that. If you weren't here on Friday, I even went ahead and turned off the extra item count. I picked the wrong path. Just so I could open my Switch in peace without it telling me that it can't support the extra item limit. I don't have enough. Oh, all right, we're going to leave that there then. That's fine. But yeah, I just went ahead and turned that off. Um, and for the first time in forever, my Switch didn't tell me, hey, we can't support this. It's not stable, may cause issues. It was very pleasing. And it did actually run a bit smoother. I really didn't think it would have made a difference. It did run slightly smoother. So I guess they knew what they were talking about. Surprise, surprise. In my 20s, I could drink coffee, no problem. Now, in my 30s, I can't drink it the same. Yeah, as we get older, the things we used to love are the things that may kill us now or come close. Um, there's a lot of things I used to be able to do in my 20s that now mm, I gotta think twice. But it's just fine. I guess, it's just a part of life or whatevs. Um, Happy to be here. But it is sometimes hard to not look back on when you could kind of sleep whenever, eat whatever, drink whatever, whatever, and not have to question your life choices. I'm honestly at the age where now if I sit on the wrong chair, I have to report back to my doctor. So yeah, that's just life. I see why you had to, but I don't, so I'm not. Yep. And I love that for you, Faith. Enjoy every bit of it. How do you take your coffee? Black, sugar, milk, full on latte cappuccino? What are we doing, Faith, with your coffee? I need to get low acidity coffee because of my acid reflux. Yep, coffee, we love it, but sometimes it doesn't love us back. I'm in my 50s and I'm still holding on to my coffee, as you should. My mom is in her 80s and still drinks coffee. So it is just a me issue. It is just me. So I'm do I want to make more of this one, or do I have enough of the one with the border? Let's see, what can we do? Yep, we're just gonna do that. Boop. Easy, easy, easy. My caramel needs to be caramel. I mean, I love a good flavored coffee. And so, like I was saying earlier, one of the many renos we did in our house involved literally turning a whole section of our kitchen into my own little cafe area. I love a good coffee corner moment. The kitchen had space to kind of build on that, and I would have all the syrups and the sugar cubes, obviously, and just all the things, all the accoutrements. So I'm with you, Scarlett. With it has to, be a little caramel colored. However, I can also handle a coffee black as well, depending on if the mood strikes me. Or I'll do it with like it's black, but like just with like I used to add like either butter or coconut oil, just a little power oomph, if you will. Um, I used to add I think the MCT oil. What is that for the? Is that called? It's been so long since I've done it. Bullet coffee. There we go. There we go. Sometimes I would just add that and take the coffee black. So I had lots of variations. And now I just take coffee in my thoughts and prayers. So here we are. Can't have too much, can't have too little. My current, oh, okay, I missed it. Mm-hmm. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hi, oh, hi, Heidi. How are you? If I missed when you came in, happy Monday and good morning. Never liked the taste, but my dad drank it into his 80s. Yeah. And that's the thing. I can appreciate like when people are like, I just simply don't like the taste because it's not for everyone. It's definitely an acquired taste. I started drinking at a young age, actually with my dad. And that might be also why it grew on me. My current creamer obsession is the Starbucks oat milk lavender latte creamer. So I used to buy them like two, three at a time. I actually still get like one every now and again, and I'll add it to my peppermint tea. So I absolutely love that creamer. When I am not making my own, I like to get the ones that would just be a little bit more work for me to make myself. Like I don't grow enough lavender to just be out here making my own syrups on a regular basis. Um, so like that I'll get from them. And it tastes quite delicious with peppermint tea. For my tea drinkers, in case you're wondering, it is quite divine with the peppermint. So thank me later. Can't have too much, can't have too little, and then the chat jumped. Okay. Diet Coke. Yep. Okay. I saw that. I saw that. Okay. Older people used to tell me enjoy eating what you want while you can. I always thought they were crazy. Now if I have fast food, my stomach is mad at me for days. Yeah, there's a lot of oh, you'll see when you're older that I got from like my parents and whatnot, and now I'm like, oh, I'm older, and I see, and I'm good with it because I put it in the perspective of like at least I'm older enough to see, um, but doesn't mean I love it. Let's see. Make sure. Okay, I just my phone was vibrating. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't something I needed to see. All right, let's see. I have a half a cup of coffee in the morning with a little almond milk. No more after that. I like that routine, Decarisa. Nice and simple. Almond joy flavor. Oh, I've never had that one. Could you never do black? I said if the mood would strike me. I used to say I like my coffee like my mind. Like I like my men, but then I went and married. You reserve the right to change your mind. It is okay, Scarlett. I can never do black coffee either, Nick. Again, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. I used to drink my back, got sick one time, and then I have to have creamer. Yep. Okay, you snuck in, Heidi. I thought I might have missed you. Wonderful. I'm like, I think I've been doing pretty good keeping up with the chat. Scarlet face laughing. No, try with the peppermint tea. So what I would do is, okay, so I gotta make more of this path thing. Cool, 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 cool. Actually, no, I don't, because we're gonna just cut this off here and take some of that. I pushed the wrong button. What was I going to say? Yes, so what I do is I warm it up in my microwave for about like 30 seconds to a minute, Scarlett. If you have a hand frother, you could use that. If you have an electronic frother, you could use that. Um, if you're doing it with an electronic frother, obviously it'll heat it up for you. If you're doing it with a hand frother, microwave for like 30 to 60 seconds. Get it all foamy and then pour it in the tea. When I'm feeling particularly fancy, I line my cup with honey, pour the tea, then pour the creamer. So it's like this honey peppermint lavender tea. Thank me later. We will do our caramel coffee together. Our caramel colored coffee together. Say that 3 times fast. Sheesh. No, it is really delicious. So if you try it, let me know. You too, Corgi. Uh, I have Denny's a month ago, and I was like, nope, can't handle Denny's anymore. It happens. Like I said, some of the things we used to love are now the things that are trying to take us out. Um, Scarlett, Nicole, are you guys saying I should add a little coffee menu to the tea menu for you guys? A little coffee. I can, I can rebrand. Well, not rebrand, but I can, instead of, wait, hold on. What am I doing? Okay, there is actually no more of the pathing now. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, we'll come back and pave that in a bit. Are you saying you would like to see coffee on the menu? Because we can absolutely turn it into a cafe menu and not just a tea menu. I am happy to do that for you. Because although I can't have my coffee, I can still recommend some lovely combinations. Let's see. Okay, say less. Say less. We will have by next stream we will have a cafe menu instead of just a tea menu. I got you, girlfriend. I got you. Chai is your favorite, Cassie. So chai is my husband's favorite. I only just got into chai maybe a couple months ago. I enjoy it as well. I actually dur- during Scarlett and Cress's sister stream, I had a chai with the usual fixings, and I added Bailey's to it. Mm, 10 out of 10. Also recommend. Thank me later. So yeah, just let me if you partake in libations, I highly recommend that. And it is like a holiday candle in a cup. That is a great way to describe it. Give me 1 second. I am being summoned. Parlay amongst yourselves and use the commands. I am back. My oldest just summoned me to tell me she made boba. So that's her thing. Um, but also I like to think a very good influence on everyone in my family, getting them into teas and things. Oh, let's get down here. All right, what did I miss? Hmm. You can't do chai, like as in you just don't like the flavor. Um, Chai girl, oh Heidi with oat milk. You want to like it, but you don't. Fair, fair. I lean more almond milk than oat milk. I gotta say, it's something about the texture, I guess, for lack of a better word. Autocorrect is rude, but I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, babe. But my husband loves oat milk over almond milk. So I guess it's just, different strokes for different folks. I was like, what is it deleting? I forgot I had butterflies. I had so much fun creating this area, by the way. So this is one area that the plan came together when I was doing it after I started it. I just knew I didn't want to go all the way spooky with this biome, and I was playing around with the different foliage that came with Forgotten Lands and the Ever After foliage, and then the whole thing kind of just came together on its own and ended up being one of my favorite builds. Oh, goodbye. You served me well. What? Oh, the butterflies were above it. I was like, why isn't it grabbing it? It also gave me a chance to use those bulb fairy lights a lot, which I, up until that point, hadn't really used often. And as well as like a lot of these more fantastical foliage items. So I had a lot of fun here. Topher, are you still here? You see your mushrooms? And by his mushrooms, I mean mushrooms he hates. I used to be almond too, but once I tasted, oh, I saw that it was frothier than milk, and almond milk tasted more watery to me after that. Bam! I've heard people say that. I don't dislike almond milk, but like when both are in front of me, I mean, I don't dislike oat, but when both are in front of me, I'm reaching for almond first most of the time. Enjoy your lurk, Sissix. Thank you for hanging out all the same. Topher, you are still here. Wonderful. All right, we are almost done, y'all. These nasty night thorns. When they brought back these flames, okay, who loved them and who hated them when they came back? I actually, so when they were gone, I was like, oh, good riddance. But when they came back, and it might just be because of my own luck, mine all ended up in places that went really well with this build, like where the pops of green were showing up. And so I was actually really happy to have them back. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Let's see. Kind of crazy because Lady D was talking about needing a good chair, and then autocorrect said I too need a good chair at my age. That's all it was. Autocorrect was picking up the vibes we were putting down. Because it's not like chai is not a word like that it couldn't just automatically populate. I used to do soy milk because lactose issues. I found that it made me bloat on a whim. I ordered my chai with oat milk and now I won't go back. I love that. Soy milk has never moved me. That's all I got. It's just never I'm definitely gonna pave this entire biome because otherwise I will never see anything when I come in here. I mean, I use my vacuum often enough anyway, but yeah. If I want to see where I'm going, I'm definitely going to need to pave this whole thing. And here is one of my other few villagers. Alright, let's see. Let's see how I'm doing on time. In case I didn't say at the beginning of stream, this is going to be a shorter stream because it is a school day. But I wanted to at the very least see, you know, how far we get, especially at least just getting these two biomes done, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if I didn't stream today, like either this morning or tonight, then I was just gonna have to delete everything off stream. Although I know I had put up a poll and about 75%, I think it went higher actually, of you said do it on stream. And so I was like, all right, we're gonna do it on stream. But also I don't think I would have been able to go past today with these two biomes still full because I just want to run around and frolic. So I'm glad we were able to do this. So I might be able to do anywhere, depending, anywhere from another 20 to 50 minutes. I know that's quite a range, but really kind of just depends. But I am glad, if nothing else, that we will at least have 20 minutes, and that we got these 2 biomes done. The additional 30 minutes after that first 20 would just be kind of showing you guys my decorating plans for the house, because that is the focus. We are not jumping back into the valley for a while. It's going to be a couple of months before I redo my valley. I'm gonna just let it breathe. These can't be deleted, but these can. And where's Goofy's stall? Just drop that there. I think I got rid of the stove I had. Yep, I did. I did. Let me just grab it real quick so I don't forget. I don't think I added it to my favorites. It's Lion King. Alright, let's see what's happening here. Faith, you didn't mind the green flames? Yeah. I like that we can get glass from them. They're still slightly annoying. Fair, Corgi. Yes, so I found that. So I knew, obviously, the horses water things. I don't know why. I had it in my head that the watering was only for gardening. And so one day I came in Forgotten Lands with whichever horse I was on at the time and walked past one of my green flames that was like here or something. And then glass just popped up. And I was like, oh, so it's anything that can be watered. So the same goes for the mushrooms in the glades. So if you are trying to keep those things, don't walk past them with a horse that waters things. Just saying. I don't know why that didn't seem obvious. I just assumed the watering was only for gardening purposes. Nope, it's anything that can be watered. So these green flames as well as the mushrooms. So I was like, oh, well, look at that. And which means, you know, if you want to get rid of them, you know, you can do it that much easier with your horse. Is anyone still riding their horse? Or has the obsession sort of passed as you've kind of gotten back into like your regular routines in the valley and whatnot? Like, is everyone still galloping around their maps? Or are you actually forgetting you have a horse and you're just gliding or whatever? I actually keep my mushrooms in my glade same. Unless they're like, I'll show you. Unless they're obnoxiously in the way. But again, I had a lot that spawned in areas that really complemented my build. So, well, my build at the time. So I kept them. I did the same for the logs. I really like the logs that spawn in the forest. Once I actually start to build again, I'll see if the ones I kept are still in spots I like. But yeah, I kept those. The only village blockers, as they're called, that I absolutely despise. I even kept some of these, although for the teardown I deleted all of them. But I even kept some of the bones that spawned here. But sometimes they would show up in the most obnoxious places. It's the icebergs. And these stones and the whatever those things are called, those sand dunes, I guess, I don't know what they're called, on the beach. Those are the ones I absolutely loathe. I did keep a handful of sand dunes on the beach, like around Moana's house and like tucked behind where my V8 cafe used to be, because some of them did spawn in like the middle of the grass and that looked kind of cool. But for the most part, I don't like them as much as the logs and the mushrooms. They won't water the big mushrooms or the big green flames, which is annoying. Really? I don't think I paid attention to what size they watered when I had mine. Nicole. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, Faith, you still ride yours, but mostly in Wish Blossom Ranch. Nicole, you used your horse for like 2 seconds. Oh, the awesome mom. Hello, hello. How are you? Welcome in. I don't know if I missed when you came in, but hello, good morning. How are you? They want water. Yep, I saw when you said that. Unless I don't know. But when it comes to glitch loft, it can go either way, Scarlett. Getting off the horse is too on and off the horse is too much work. Yes. So I enjoy using the horse. I think if and I'm optimistic that they changed this, but I think if we were at least able to access our vacuums on the horse, I would be more inclined to stay on mine. Getting on and off to get to the vacuums. Okay, let me get down and clean. Was really the hardest part for me. And the reason I'm optimistic that they'll change that is because we can access our chests. So I feel we can access our chests. We can talk to villagers. We can even enter a building, even though the horse stays outside. We can actually see the enter prompt. So I feel like the ability to access the vacuum might have just been an oversight, because I think that's really when I spend the most time getting on and off the horse. And so sometimes, in the interest of time, I just stay off the horse because I would mine on the horse. I have no problem mining on the horse. And obviously, if it's a horse that waters or harvests, like I don't mind the slightly slowed down animation personally. And I don't fish enough that when I'm fishing, it bothers me. And also, when I fish, I'm fishing for a while at a time. It's really the vacuums that had me getting on and off, and I was like, ugh, this is so annoying. Which reminds me, I need to feed my horses today. All right, let's clean all this up and then get some pathing down. And then we're done, y'all. We did it. Hold on, hold on. That calls for a little commotion. We did it, guys. The valley is clear. All right, let's just clean some things. All right, while we do that, I am actually going to take a quick break. In case you need them, those are the free commands that you can use. And then we have the paid redemptions that you can use. And then you can check your sugar cube balance as well. Scarlett, enjoy your lurk. We will be here. Deca Restart Ride Mine. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Yes, hi, awesome mom. Yeah, use the vacuums a lot. I ride mine mainly in Wish Blossom. The other valleys are just not as horseful. That was the other thing. Coming to the valley with my horses was a bit of a chore. I would do it every now and again to get rid of the night thorns. Because get rid of the night thorns help level them up. But otherwise, it was a lot bringing them here as well. The vacuum is an issue, and I'd like to be able to access build mode. Yes, I forgot about that. That is one I would like for them to change as well. Faye, thank you for hanging out this morning. It was great chatting with you. Have an amazing rest of your day. And if I do not see you again, an amazing rest of your week. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. I just need to stretch and sip, and we will be right back. right, we are back. Topher, you actually just reminded me. Well, one, all that horse talk reminded me to summon Peggy. um, but Topher, you reminded me. So for those of you who missed it, I had retired my favor command, and then I revamped it and brought it back. Is it on the list? It is on the list. Yes, it is on the list. So for 200 sugar cubes, you can redeem exclamation point favor. And basically, you are the favored one of the stream, and people can just, using the commands, give you things in the stream. So you saying the applause made for you, Topher, made me think of that. And if there are any commands that you're like, I don't know what that means, ma'am, feel free to ask. Some are obviously more obvious. I was saying earlier, some are a little bit more ritualistic. Like if you're first, you redeem first. If you're not first, you redeem not last. You can get tea at every single one, soon to be cafe. The treats, oh my bad, fortune, vibe check, whatever. Some are a little bit more catered to a particular game, like Patronus. If and when I play Hogwarts Legacy again, and you know, depending on the cost, they go up, they get a little bit more exclusive. Again, some are more obvious, some are less obvious. So if you're just like, what does this do? Especially the paid ones, the free ones I think are all obvious. Bridgerton is the newest one. Feel free to use it and see what happens. um Danbury is another one. Feel free to use it and see what happens, although that's been there for a while. The free ones are a little bit more obvious, but if you don't want to spend your sugar cubes on something and you're like, I'm not really sure what it means, feel free to ask me and I got you. I'll explain it. But I did summon Peggy. I brushed him, and now I'm going to pet him. I don't have anything on him that he wants to eat, but I think I'm going to clear out, and I'm mad because I did it while the vacuum was running, so all the night thorns were already gone. I think I'm gonna clear out, oh wait, oh, Peggy doesn't have the watering power. I don't think I gave that to Peggy. I don't think so. All right, who do I want? I know, I'm fairly certain Khan has it. Let's see. Ah, doesn't, okay, is that what you're talking about, Scarlett? Yep, doesn't work on the big ones. Well, that's stupid. Okay. Okay. Yep, doesn't work on the big ones. Alright, well, whatever. I just want Khan to get, you know, a little bit more XP. I wanted it to be Peggy. Hold on, let me try again. I can't remember if I gave Peggy watering yet. That one should have worked, right? Let's try this one. This one's obviously little. Okay, yeah, Peggy doesn't have it yet. Alright, we tried, but it's fine. Khan also needs to be leveled up, so no big deal. Since we were talking about them, might as well. Let's see here. I hope everyone sipped and stretched and did all the things in that brief repose that we had. I don't think I'm going to need to make any more pathing for this biome. But I'm not sure. We'll see. And then we are done. And we are going to go to the hour. So, yay! Alright, let's finish this up. And the only reason I'm choosing to not keep these is just because I'm not sure what the plan is for this area. And I don't know if the next iteration of, so I am about 60% sure I want it to be full on dark fairy tale. So whereas before it was just half dark fairy tale, I am pretty confident that I want it to be the whole thing, but I want to sit with that idea a little bit longer. But we're done. Ah, also, since we're talking about it, I do wish I could somehow break these while on horseback. I feel like if I can mine, there's no reason why they can't use those same hooves to break these. I don't know, that just seems very obvious to me. If they can break a node, they should be able to break a rock. Just saying. Alright, let's make sure there's nothing else to clean. Oh, here we go. Teeny tiny Alice. Okay. Alright, let's do this. We are going to see how much pathing I have left. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Because this is one of my favorite pathing styles to use. So I figured I had a lot. But sometimes I'll just go in and make a lot of like pathing and fencing. Like the ones I use the most, I'll just make them in bulk. So that while I'm in the middle of decorating, I don't have to keep getting in and out to craft. And I know this one is one I use a lot. Just want to at least close this off. Oh, I don't think I realized, like I know they could spawn on pathing. I did not realize I could actually have the pathing run under the flames, because I know the other blockers do not do that. Oops, wrong one. Although I am quite fond of that one as well. Let me go down there with Max so he can get that dig spot. It's so interesting how in this biome I can get much closer to the walls and the nooks and crannies with pathing compared to like peaceful meadow. Alright, with Max. Where are you, buddy? Oh, okay. Growling at Jafar. Now that you're done with that though, we have work to do, my guy. Alright, back to it. Weasley, hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Sorry, I was in the zone, so I hope I didn't miss you for that long. But how are you, Weasley? Happy Monday. Good morning. How's your week starting out? I think I'll just leave it there. Nope, I couldn't even if I wanted to. Okay. It can't go on passing. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it where I had it. Not even gonna hurt myself. I don't think I can. Yeah, this had like corners that it could go up to. Okay. All right. Let's close this. So satisfying. Happy to hear you're doing good, Weasley. I am doing well too. I am glad that I finally got this done because I've been wanting to do it for a while. And by the way, it happening on stream is thanks to y'all. This was my way of celebrating hitting 500 subscribers. So thank you again for that. It's every raid, like, shout out, all the things that made that happen. And obviously, you know, you guys get to watch me now tear down my valley because otherwise I would have just done it in the privacy of my own gameplay. But no, in case you haven't heard me say it, thank you again for the 500 subs. We are now well over past 500. So even if there were any bots in the mix, it is still official. So thank you for that, guys. But no, I'm doing well, Weasley. I'm happy to be here this morning to be able to stream for a little bit. Starting off the week pretty strong. Alright, I'm gonna close. I really need a fill feature. If we can replace, I think fill is possible as well. Okay. Glad to hear you're doing well. I don't know. Okay, not you guys. This is my first time ever destroying my valley, Weasley. You might be talking to the jams and the decoristas, talking about the opals and the noras. I think Coco has done a few demos as well. This is my first, and it's mainly because my valley, in case you haven't heard the story, guys, my intention was for it to be sort of my forever valley, if you will, and get it to a point where I could just continue to build on it and develop as we get new things. Last year just had so many new items and new features. It was getting to a point where trying to build on top of what I already did was just clutter. Because the game, just in the year and a half that I'd been playing, had changed so much. So even like trying to like retcon some bills with like diagonal pathing and diagonal fencing, like things were starting to look a little messy, a little crazy. We got the ability to place houses on more than one map. That for me at least was huge in terms of houses that I had to like pick and choose. Now I didn't have to pick and choose anymore. And so I was like, for me to really get to a good place with the way I want my valley to look and feel, I need to just start over. And I know more changes will happen as we progress, but it just felt like so many stark changes from when I started. Like I said, the pathing, the fencing, the multiple houses. I just got to a point where I was like, it'll be easier for me to just start from scratch. And also, with all the events that litter the valley, this is an opportunity for me to find things that I had otherwise not seen and sort of deep clean. Things were spawning behind my hedges and it was a lot. So, no, I can't do the habitual build and tear down. That's not me. Which is also why I'm going to be taking my time before I rebuild this valley. It's going to be a couple of months before I start working on it again. It's going to stay nice and flattened and open for a very long time. So that when I start working on it again, it'll get at least as close to a forever valley as possible. I am excited to see what I do next as well. Sorry, I almost short circuited for a second there. All right, delete that. I think this pathing should three something. I don't know. We'll see how far it goes. It should definitely at least be able to connect to this piece here. And then I'll just use the other ancient landing pathing if need be. Just in the interest of time. So yeah, I'm glad it makes sense to you. Yeah, I see people delete their valleys like on a weekly, monthly, whatever basis, and I'm like, oh no, that couldn't be me. But this valley, in its most recent form, was almost a year old in the making. Most of it, like there are things that I edited again as I went along, as we got new items, as we got new features. But for the most part, as you saw it, it had been that way as of late 2024. And I started playing summer or spring, one of them, 2024. So I lived with this version for a while. It underwent subtle changes, but it was a little chaotic underneath. Not gonna lie. So it was time. Yep. Okay, we ran out of that pathing. Just so I don't have to get. Oh, hold on. Let me do this. So I don't have this small strip there. Let's see. Is that enough to fill in this? Not really. Let's take out one more. Then I'll just do the other ancient landing path and then either leave it or replace all. Yeah, like it's crazy how close this can get to the wall, but in like peaceful meadow, it'll be a whole 2 tiles away, and that's as far as it'll go. That's crazy. All right. Oh, almost missed you. And you. Yeah, wow, okay. So many of these. That one's built in rock. Alright, let's grab that other pathing. Oh, that's fencing. Oh, I could just do the unbordered version of it. Didn't mean to do that. And also, I was saying in the last stream, some of my builds are probably just going to be the same themes of the previous builds, just better versions of them. Now that I have more items and more features to play with, like more fencing, more pathing. So I'm excited to kind of just improve for some of them what I had already created. So you won't be missed too long. Just time for them to mature, if you will. The only, I think, major change I will do with the new version of my valley is I want it to be a villager free zone. Not in terms of me banning them, but in terms of their homes not being here. So after a lot of miscounting, I realized I have 10 villager homes here. In this most recent version of my valley, only 10 villagers lived here. I'd like to get it down to the bare minimum, which I believe is 3. I can't get rid of Scrooge's home because it's the store. Elsa's home is the cavern, and Mother Gothel's is the tree. Those can't go anywhere. But I want my valley to be, the villagers can be here. I have no problem with them. I don't hear them. So, but I don't want their homes here. Oh, I'm just out of this path then. Okay. I need to switch it to one I have a lot of. I'd rather use in my valley my premium shop houses, and then have the villagers live literally anywhere else, unless it's a villager whose home like really supports the theme, and in which case then yeah, sure, they can live here. Even the ponds get like tighter in this biome compared to some of the other ones. I think I can't come here. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're done. We did it. Oh, I forgot about this one. My child is laughing at me. Oh yeah, because I needed to. Oh, I can just use this one. Problem solved. Actually, I'm gonna take some of this. Stop it. So that I can. Okay. Okay. Relax. Not you. There we go. So that I can. Up. There we go. Wow, that was harder than it should have been. Can these go up? Oh, I guess we'll never know. Let's see. Yeah, it can. Alright. See how far these 400 go. I'm excited, Corey. Aren't you excited? So satisfying. I know everyone has like different emotions, you know, tethered to their valleys based on like how long they did it, if the themes, you know, were inspired by a person, thing, a season in their life, or whatever. I have no sentimentality. And so this is so exciting to me. Okay. Part of me is like, whatever's left, I'm leaving. In terms of like not being, not having the pathing put down. Like, it's fine. All right. Hold on, just answering a message. Yeah, no, but time-wise, I think we did good as well. Because I wanted, if nothing else, for us to be able to complete this. And we did. So I'm excited. And then when we meet again, we will... I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna take that as a sign. I'm gonna just leave that corner unpaved. It's fine. They can drop their vanilla and their bones or whatever there. Because I still just realized I'm going to have to create more pathing because I don't think I had any pathing down in where what's that man's name? Scar, where he used to live. Oh my gosh, I hadn't been looking this whole time. Thank you for 39 likes, you guys. Wow, way to go, way to go. Thank you for everyone who liked the stream. Not just, you know, tapping the button, but also emotionally. Thank you for liking it here. It's, you know, early morning stream, start to the week. Thank you for hanging out. However long this takes to save, hopefully not too long. Hold on, give me 1 second here. All right, we're back. Let's see. Wow, this wheel makes me so nervous when it takes this long. I know we did a lot though. I definitely should have stopped along the way and hit save. So I know we did a lot. Hear my heels clicking and clacking. I'm just gonna run. Oh, you know what? Let's grab a horse. I always also forget that I don't need to grab them and I can literally summon them. Okay, I won't run over Simba with Pegasus. Oh, this is lovely. Yep, this is fantastic. We did it. So we have 10 minutes left. I got on my moonstone chest. Yes. I'll do all the rest of my dailies off stream. No need to hold you guys to that. So next stream we are, whenever that is, I don't have a date or time in mind. So whenever that is, we will be working on this house here. Hi Abby, how are you? Good morning. Happy day, happy day. How is your week starting? How's your day starting? So the plan for this house, actually let me go in my house. So I have to carry us for the next 8 minutes. And that'll be perfect. So I have, first of all, to do this room over because the holiday's over. So I have all 20 floors unlocked, and 7 of them are storage. So that means I have 13 available houses. So I actually went to the DDV wiki. I'm happy to hear you're doing good, Abby. I'm glad to be seen. I'm glad you could hang out for a little bit today. So starting on the 8th floor, really 8 to 19. I'm probably just gonna leave 20 for whatever. I wanted to, like I said, do builds for all the universes and slash characters, depending on, because not every universe has a character, but we definitely have, some universes that have a ton of characters. Looking at you, Mickey. So my plan is this. The first 5 floors are going to be floors that go to whole universes. And when I say first, I mean starting at 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Mickey and Friends, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Frozen, and Tangled. Because those universes have 4 to 5 characters in them. And then starting at 13, so the ones that have like 2 characters, they're not going to get the whole floor. They're going to share the floor with other related characters, like related thematically. So one floor is going to be Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White. Snow White is the exception because she's clearly just the one, versus Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, you have 2, but she fits. So that's like the royal court floor. And then we're going to do my adventurers. So Aladdin, Mulan, Moana, and leaving room for Herc, since that's coming this year. Hold on. I think I forgot Pocahontas. Did I forget Pocahontas? I forgot Pocahontas. We're just gonna put her with the other girls. Whoops. And then 15, 16, and 17. I gotta figure out. I know one of them is gonna be the Pixar. Inside Out, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Wall-E. And then that leaves Alice, Peter, and Pooh, Nightmare Before Christmas, and Wreck-It Ralph. In terms of like they have more than one character, they have like 2. Pooh is another exception, it's just Tigger, but I think that's gonna fit with Peter and Alice in a more like storybook, whimsical type of floor. And then the other ones are just gonna be rooms or vignettes. So that's my plan. It's very ambitious. It probably won't all happen on stream because at that rate, it'll take me 3 years. But the ones I can do on stream, we will for sure do on stream. So that is the plan for all these from 8 to 20. For the rest of my, 8 to 19. For the rest of my house. It's very ambitious. But that is what we're going to try to do. And then let's see, alternating just so I don't get burnt out on interior builds. When I'm not doing that, I will be doing Eternity Isle. So yes, I'm one of those people that wants to finish my Eternity Isle. I need to do Ancient's Landing and Glittering Dunes, and I need to tighten up my design. Thanks, Max. What were you digging? And I need to tighten up my designs for, what's that place called? Wild Tango. So this was all decorated. I flattened it. Same thing with Glittering Dunes. I only have just small areas done. So that's my plan for the next couple of months, at the very least the first half of the year. So I'm excited. And as I flesh out these other areas, that'll tell me what I have left in my brain that really belongs in the valley. So that's the plan, guys. So now let's go back to the event island to close it out while I gather some cocoa beans and say goodbye. um, let's get up there. This giant guy. I know a lot of people think he's cute. He creeps me out. Creeps me out something bad. It's and I actually had my festive bunny with me yesterday. So really seeing the size difference only made him even creepier. So don't love it. All right, we are wrapping up. Thank you guys for starting your Monday with me. I wanted to be at your last stream, but YouTube was being weird and saying I had to be subscribed. It's done that to me in other streams as well, Abby, where I'll go to, like, I know I am subscribed and for some reason it won't let me chat. I have to go in and out so many times. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, I've been there. No worries. Your presence was felt all the same. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We did it. We cleared out my valley. Thank you for hanging out today. Thank you to all the creators who came to hang out today. We had Nicole, we had Tanny, we had Decorista, we had Coco, we had Jam with her raid. Thank you again. We had Keto, we had Scarlett, Topher. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. Please click their links. They actually work now in the chat. So I hope if you haven't subscribed to them, they're all DDV creators, but they also play amazing other games. Everything from 2 Point Museum to Palea to the newest fave, Heartopia. So please show them some love. If you like it here, I know you'll like it with them. Thank you for starting your mornings with me. Well, for those of you who it is morning, I know for some of you it is evening, which is amazing that you were able to catch a stream. I do not know when I will be streaming again. Thank you for 40 likes, Abby. I think you were the 40th like, so yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. Again, we hit 500, huge milestone. First step towards becoming a YouTube partner, which is also kind of surreal. So just thank you guys for getting me halfway there. If you know you saw the valley tear down, but you're like, I don't even know what your valley looked like. I'm gonna drop the playlist in the chat. You can see each biome tour as well as a full valley tour. All of those videos are in that playlist, all 9 videos. So enjoy. In case you're like, well, what did I just watch you tear down? It's all of those. Until I see you guys next time. Wait, before we go, let's see. Actually, I cannot officially raid, but let's see who is streaming, and then we can drop the link and then go visit them and hang out. Is anyone streaming DDV? No. But New is streaming Animal Crossing. We have Barb streaming Heartopia. Let us raid Miss New. Yes, so let me grab the link to that video. Continue our mornings with New. Well, I will probably have to raid and run Monday morning responsibilities. So New name is streaming Animal Crossing. So go over there, say hi, show some love, let her know I sent you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.